Yo, 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 yo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My bad. I got in a little bit later because, as you guys know, I got to take care of things at home first. And sometimes it's not always possible to, just even though I try my best, I got a toddler, I got a few things to do, but we are here. We are here. We're definitely on time. We're going to be talking about dojis, the doji candlestick pattern. That's definitely what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into that, let's actually do something together. Let's do this together. Let's look at the calendar news here, the Forex Factory calendar news. They do affect the futures market. Just because it says Forex, don't think that they won't affect the market. They will affect the market. You see these red folder news, make sure that you're not, I will say, I'm not gonna give advice. I'm just gonna say I don't trade this red folder news. Like at that time, if he says 9:30, I'm not placing a trade. Anywhere, I'll say 15 minutes before the news time, I won't place a trade. So anywhere between 9:15 and then 5 minutes after the news drop, because I trade the 5 minute time frame, right? So I wait for that news candle to stop, right, to close, and then if there is a setup, if that candle tapped into my setup and the zone is valid, I'll still take it. I just won't take that news candle. Other people do. I don't. I am first about protecting my account, and this red folder news could definitely blow any account. So today at 8:15 we had ADP, so non-farm employment change news. Let's see what that did to gold. So 9:15 was, I'm sorry, not 9:15, 8:15. This one right here. 8:15, nothing crazy. The market went up. Nothing crazy. It's going up right now. There is a low probability demand zone that tapped and he's about to break the candle. So, but I'm not taking any of that. So I'm gonna wait until 9:30 for gold. If I look at oil, it will be at 9. Actually, not. Oil right now has a nice supply zone right here. Nice supply zone right here. I'm definitely going to be paying attention to this one because the 9 o'clock, so the 9 a.m. open could tap into it. So we're going to look at that together. I will take a quick break from talking about dojis in about 4 minutes, 4 minutes, and we'll see what's happening. So all right. Good morning to y'all. We're talking about dojis. We're going over the Candlestick Trading Bible. That's what we're doing right now. So yeah, we're going over this book. If you guys don't have it, again, I'll share it. Let me share it here. I just shared it on the comments. Go ahead and click on that link so that you can follow along. But dojis, they look like a cross. They look like a cross. The open and the close is practically around the same price. The open and the close. So yes, it will move. It can move very big. It can move far out in both directions. But it will close right near the open. That's what you're looking at. It will look like a cross. So let's see if we could take anything away from here. So this is telling you how to read it, like what it means. So for example, in an uptrend, if you see a doji, it might mean that the market is going down. So what's going on here? You got to read the story. What's happening? So the candle open, you have buyers pushing up, you have sellers pushing down, and there was indecision. There was price fully balancing out. So nobody won. Nobody has power over the market yet. Nobody's in control. That's what that means. It's indecision. There's no control yet. So if you have a bunch of buy-in and this happens, you might have, like, buyers may have lost the power that they had, and now you may have the sellers coming in strong. That's practically what that means. It will not always happen that way. This is just the theory. It won't always happen that way, but that's definitely something to look for. So you have the formation of the doji candlestick indicates that buyers are unable to keep price higher, and sellers push prices back to the opening price. Okay, so this is a clear indication that a trend reversal is likely to happen. And remember always that a doji indicates equality and indecision. Equality, same amount of power over the market at that point in that candle, and indecision in the market. You will often find it during periods of resting after big moves, higher or lower, whether it's in an uptrend or in a downtrend. When it is found at the bottom or at the top of the trend, it is considered a sign that a prior trend is losing its strength. So if you are already riding that trend, it's time to take profits. So yes, I will say, don't count on a doji to tell you that the market is turning around. Don't use it like that, because it's not always like that. Sometimes you get a doji and then the market continues the trend. But if you are already in profit, if you have a runner going and you see that doji at the top when you're buying, it might be time to just, you don't have to close, but you could trail your trade very close. Or if it's at the bottom, if you're selling and it keeps going, you close at your 1-to-1, you took you have a runner and you see that doji, just trail it close, give it an opportunity to keep running. But if it comes back, you took your profits. So that's really how you're using this. So okay, we're gonna actually see this on the chart. We're gonna bring this to actuality. We're gonna look at the market. Like when I go over this concepts, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed everybody, not just beginners, but people that know how to trade. Of course, yes, YouTube, I will have it geared for towards beginners, yes, but there are some of you that have been rocking with me, and it wouldn't be fair to just not give you something. So that's what we're gonna do. So looking at this, we're gonna find some dojis. Here you have one. You know what, let me turn off these indicators. Turning off the indicators so we could just look at price. So for oil, we have the supply zone, right? I'm looking at a doji. There is a doji here. Look, I'll just circle them as we go along. So there's this one. You see them? A lot of indecision here, or buyers losing strength. See, you got sellers, buyers tried to come in, sellers couldn't keep pushing down, buyers went in a little bit, but then sellers dominated the market again. He kept going. See, doji, drop, doji, kept going up. Doji, a big doji here. So, and then what you want to do is, and of course, this leg could be longer. And I think this is called a long leg doji. You could have a longer leg on either side, on the top or on the bottom, right? It could be longer. It's still called a doji. Yes, then it will have a descriptive name like a long leg doji, and I think they do speak about that here maybe later on, but right now we're gonna rock with this. So let's just call it doji. Let's not make it any more complicated than it needs to be right now. So this is a doji. You see that doji, we had a downtrend. It matters to who wins, because this is the bullish. That's a bullish doji. You see that it's green. At the end of the day, even though it was a little bit, buyers still won. But look at what sellers did. Sellers pushed price from 63.50 all the way down to the entry. So you got to ask yourself, who pushed harder than who? Sellers push harder than buyers here. You see that? Sellers push harder. And look at this move now. So even though, yes, you have some buying activity going on, once you got this doji, this right here is an indication. And let me actually show you here. This part. Oh, used the wrong one. Okay, this part right here. Oh, this is just drawing crazy. But anyway, starting from like here, this, you see that's an indication that sellers are coming in. Sellers, and they did. You see sellers push down, and then they really came in hot. They really came in strong. You see that? These are little indicators. These are, you could use it as confluence. If, for example, I'm looking for supplies and I had a doji tapping into my zone, like let's just say that, for example, let's just say that this was my zone and I'm looking for sales, right? Let's just say that that was my zone. And I'm looking for sales. A doji like this into my zone, I would be super confident to take this setup, because if I see the downtrend, this is the zone, and I got a doji. First of all, it's rejection. We got all these sellers rejecting. Then it closed right there. You know what? I'm going in. I'm going in because look at what comes next. And don't believe me. Don't trust me. Do your own homework. Do your research. Back test. Forward test. Like, we gotta stop. Good morning, my bro Santana. How you doing, bro? How you feeling? We're talking about dojis here, bro. Still going off of the Candlestick Trading Bible. Let me know, do you guys have it? Like, let me know in the comments right now. Let me know, do you have it? I don't listen. I'm not gonna say never, but I don't think I ever want to use the word chat. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not following the crowd. So you guys let me know if you want to be called something else, but we're not doing that. I just seen somebody who like irks my soul using it, and he was like, I don't know, it was just like, I don't ever want to use that. So let me know two things. Number one, did you bookmark this book, this PDF book, the Candlestick Trading Bible? And yeah, I don't want to say chat. The JVNs. we're gonna keep. I'm gonna keep asking probably every day. I'm gonna get all of these like names, and then I'm just gonna put a poll, like on my community tab. I'm just gonna post a poll, and I'll let y'all decide. But let's pick something. I'm not using chat. I'm not doing that. I know that's gonna go away within probably the next year or so. So I'm not gonna be caught, dating myself. So the JVNs is one. If you guys have any other suggestion, I'm writing them down. Hold on, I almost showed y'all my workout routine. I'm writing them down. So any other suggestions? I got one. I'm gonna keep asking every stream. So all right. So let me know, do you guys have this? I need at least one person to let me know if you got this book. I shared the link. It's free. Like, I didn't write it. I didn't write it. It's on Google. I just want to make sure that you guys are following along and that you're actually going over it on your own, in your own time, so that, yes, you bookmarked it. My man's Fernie. Perfect. Yeah, at least I got Fernie. Can I get one more person to let me know? If you didn't, that's okay. You could say no. I'm not gonna shame you. I'm not gonna say nothing. I just generally want to know if you guys have this book. So, and let me know if you guys don't have it but want it. Do you see the link on the chat? Like, let me know. But all right, we're gonna continue. So I'm using it. I'm looking at the dojis right here. You see? So for those who are new, again, this is price. You have price opening. In this case, this is bullish. Price closed just above. You said, I seen your first video and I'm halfway through the video from yesterday. Perfect. Definitely go through the videos like in a sequence now. I would actually watch them in a sequence. If you miss one, that's okay. I'm not deleting them. Just go back, watch them, take your time. Like, definitely go through them. And if you want to watch the lives and then go back to the other ones, I will still say to do that. And real quick, look at oil. We have oil tapping into this supply. I might have to take this live. Invalidated. So hold on, not yet. It's almost invalid. So it's invalid. So I'm not taking it like that. But look at what I'm not gonna keep giving y'all this here, but you guys are here now, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. Don't give up on a setup so quick. When a setup becomes invalid, ask yourself, is there another setup? And right now, there it is. Liquidity grab. Come on, that right there, that's worth money. That, like, literally, this right here that I just said is worth money, because a lot of people are jumping in, buying at this point, and they're gonna get trapped. Somebody like me is gonna wait for what? Let me see if you guys have been paying attention. What am I waiting for before I go in? And don't say liquidity grab, because that is the strategy, but what am I waiting for? What's the concept? I don't know if you guys are paying attention or not, but if listen, if I was y'all, I'm the type of person that locks in. I write notes. I have notebooks, like, write things down. When I was learning from my mentor, I was literally like writing so much down. A liquidity grab, what it means, I'll tell you what it means, because it kind of answers, you know, what I'm asking right now. Confirmation or a break and retest, that's what I see. Okay, but what's happening when the market is breaking and retesting? Because if he breaks and retests and he keeps going, it's not a liquidity grab. What's a liquidity grab doing? I want to know from you guys now. Let me see if you guys have been paying attention. What's technically a liquidity grab? It has another name too. What's the other name? Yeah, I don't know. I always use liquidity grab. People use another name, but I may have to take this. Pretty much, I wait for other people. Yeah, liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep. There you go. There you go. We wait for the market to take other people out. I wait for other people to lose first. Here, a bunch of people are losing. People that had a stop loss around this area, they lost. You better believe it. They lost. People had stop losses around here. But then buyers jumped in. Like people that was waiting for a breakout, they jumped in right around here. And look at the market pulling back. Once the market pulls back like that, but now it's going to actually close. That's if it's a liquidity grab. This is actually a break of structure. Why is it a break of structure? Because the market closed above the highest swing high, the highest wick. It closed above there, so it's not a liquidity grab anymore. The market is not grabbing liquidity. If it would have pulled back, now we have a liquidity grab, because it trapped the buyers that went in. It trapped them. Now they're gonna lose, and then the market really would just dump. So I'm not gonna be talking about this stuff on YouTube like that, but it's happening now, and you guys are here. I'm really showing y'all like the stuff we're gonna be talking about, the stuff we're gonna be doing on Discord. Which, by the way, yesterday my son had practice, basketball practice, so I couldn't set up the technology side of things. I'm hoping today I get a chance, because I really want to start tomorrow on Discord. So I'm just not rushing it either. Not rushing the process, because I want to do this right. But all right, we actually have a demand zone. So oil right now has a demand zone, and it's not 9:30 yet for gold, so I'm gonna wait. But I'm definitely I'm gonna be looking at this demand zone. 5-minute demand. Okay, reading the comments. So Santana, what does liquidity grab mean? Which we just talked about it. It is a liquidity sweep. It just means that the market is taking the money. It's pretty much stopping people out. When the market stops people out, it's taking all of that money. So once there is that big pool of money, institutions, banks, and people like me, we actually just jump in. Well, not retail traders, because at the end of the day, there is liquidity for us. But banks, they really need that money to be able to close and fill their positions. So they need to do that. So when you see it, you take advantage by trading with them. You don't trade against them, you trade with them. So Fernie, you say confirmation or break and retest. That's what I see. Okay, I read that. Would it be a liquidity sweep? Yes. On what hour do you usually trade on? So I start trading. Oil opens at 9 a.m. Like the actual open of that market is at 9 a.m. So I'm already on the market looking for trades. I'm looking at this one right now. So I trade starting at 9. Everything else 9:30. So even though I'm looking at gold, I'm not going to trade gold until after 9:30. If I trade pre-market, I'm going to come in at 6 a.m. Sometimes I have to switch it up because I have a family, I have things to do. Sometimes I may have like an appointment, doctor's appointment or something, and I can't trade during New York session, so I may have to trade pre-market. If I have to trade pre-market, I'll come in at 6. And if I can't trade at 6, I'll trade London session. But I don't like trading London session because I have to wake up at like 2:40, 2:45 just to be on the charts by 3. So I'm staying away from London session right now. Hold on real quick. Okay, so talking about the dojis, I haven't forgot. that's the topic. I'm gonna stay here just because I want to make sure I don't miss this setup. My bad, I meant like 4 hour, 2 hour, 30 minutes, or 5 and 15 sometimes. And I try not to go to the 15. I try to always be on the 5 minute. It is my favorite. It is the one that I trade all the time, so I trade off of the 5 minute time frame. I don't trade off of 1 hour. I don't do 1 hour, 4 hours. Like, I don't do anything higher than 15 minutes. And 15 minutes, it has to be that it's such a great setup that everything is aligning, that I'll take it. Like, if I don't see an entry on the 5 minute, I'll take the 15, but I try to stay away from it just because it takes longer. This right here, for me, it's almost getting into swing trading. Like, if I go on the 1 hour chart, to me, that's kind of like swing trading, so I don't do it. Always take my entries off of the 15, 5, or 1 minute. I do trade off of the 1 minute sometimes, but for now I still try to stay away from it because it creates a lot of noise. There is a lot of noise, number one, and it creates a lot of setups too. So which one wins, we don't know. But right now, 5 minute is that sweet spot where I could trade. I could be in and out. Sometimes I could be in and out of a trade in like a minute, 30 seconds. Sometimes it takes me half an hour, like it happens. But I'm cutting down on that. I'm using a journal. Let me see if I could show a little bit. Just because I don't want to show my data there. And why I don't want to show it? Because I'm still working on my profitability. So I just need to work on my data. And plus, it has my account numbers and all that. But now, mind you, I'm going to show y'all what I'm using. I showed y'all before, but I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not getting any money from saying this, but I'm just sharing my journey. So I have a TraderSync journal. If anybody from TraderSync is watching, if you want to sponsor me, then you know, we could talk. But because so far I like it, I do like the information that I'm seeing, the data that I'm seeing is actually helping me refine a bunch of different aspects of my trading. That's helping me become profitable. Like, once you see the data, your most profitable days, the days where you're losing the most money, you can start making changes. So that's what I'm using right now. But all right, so if you guys have any more questions, let me know. So talking about dojis, let's keep looking real quick. When you get a market that has a lot of dojis like this, like back to back to back, you have, like right there, you have consolidation. Let me, my son is okay. So you have consolidation. If you have a bunch of them back to back, that's a sign of consolidation. Like, look at this too. You see this consolidating here. Consolidation. We have a few here. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you see that consolidation, I stay away from consolidation. You don't have to stay away. If you have a way to be profitable with consolidation, by any means, do it. Personally, I don't. And I'm not interested. Like right now, June 4th, 2025, I'm not interested in taking trades in consolidation. I date it because things might change later on. But you see, so here we have some dojis, doji. So this was more of a rocky market here, choppy, right? So I would say look for dojis as a sign of consolidation. Is the market consolidating? Do you see a grouping of them? Do you see them happening almost back to back like this too? Or do you see them in a range? A range like this, you may or may not want to trade. You see that? A market that's trending strong, like here, you don't see consolidation. Yes, it's choppy, but you don't see it consolidating. The market is still moving. That's really the best. Like, I don't care what you trade, any strategy that you trade, you could still, you see, in these live streams, I'm not forcing you, and I can't force you, but I'm not telling you that you have to trade supply and demand, liquidity grabs, M drops. What else do I trade? This is like a bag of strategies that I have. What else? VWAP rejections. I'm not telling you you have to trade any of that. What I'm telling you is I'm giving you tools that you could use in your own strategies to improve your trading. That's what I'm doing. I'm just giving you the tools. So this stream should be valuable, honestly, to anybody that trades. Especially if you're a scalper. If you're a scalper, you know that it should be very, very valuable for you. So that's pretty much it with with dojis. I don't want to get too crazy into them because we're not going to overcomplicate it. Dojis, if you see them back to back, a bunch of them, you have consolidation, right? You have exhaustion. The market is not really moving. You see, it's two groups right there. That's what you got to look for. Now let's see. The demand is not getting tapped anytime soon. So we have about 12 minutes till the open for gold and everything else, indices, everything else. So any questions right now? This is the time for the questions. Right now I'm just gonna take it one concept at a time. I will say practice finding dojis. Practice that this week, today, tomorrow. Practice finding dojis. Practice finding them in consolidation. Practice finding them in reversals. You know, try to do that, and let me know how it goes for you. But let me see if there's anything that sticks or that stands out. And nope. So tomorrow we'll talk about the dragonfly doji pattern, this one that we're seeing here, but we're gonna take it one concept at a time. And here, let me do something else. I'm gonna share all of the resources here. Hold up. Okay. This PDF book, if you guys don't have it, definitely download it. It's free. It's free. Like, this is a book that I wrote on how to make money online with day trading. It's basic. If you don't know anything if you don't understand anything that I'm talking about, you don't understand trading at all, or you know people that are trying to get into trading, share this with them. Go ahead and share this with them. It has literally, like I spoke about it before. I'm not gonna go deep into it. Just go ahead and click on it, bookmark it, have it there in case people ask you like about day trading. You could just send them this. Sometimes it's hard to just keep on repeating the same information over and over and over. Like when you have resources like this, you could just share it with them and help them learn. Of course, if you want the Discord, if you want to get into the deep stuff, the things that are making me profitable right now, there's the link. I'm not going to oversell it. Just know that this is honestly, the time, this is the lowest that you will get it at this point. So take advantage of it. When I start getting withdrawals and payouts in this next 6 months, this is going to go to 159, because at that point it's full blown. Like, you're pretty much going to have a coach. You're going to have somebody that's going to help you accomplish the same thing. Of course, we're not the same person. It's still up to you. It's still up to you. I can't force you to follow the rules, your rules, to be disciplined. I can't do any of that. But if you are disciplined, if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to lock in, this is going to be definitely the place where you want to be at. So that's the Discord. If you guys have me on Instagram, hit me up, definitely. Follow me. I'll follow some of you back. If I've seen your name, if I recognize you from the streams, I'll follow you back. So any questions before I go? Now, real quick, as you guys ask any questions, so gold right now it's a little bit in a range. This is the 1 hour time frame. I don't take the trades here, but I do my top down analysis to make sure I'm not trading against any zones. What's a swing trader? I'll put it like this. I'll make it super simple. A swing trader is somebody that places a trade and they could wait days to close it. Put it that way. They could wait days. They could be in a trade literally days, at a very sometimes weeks, like days, weeks, maybe months. But I think once you get into months, to me, you're more of an investor than a trader. But that's what a swing trader is. Somebody that likes that style. It's a style of trading. That's what it is. A scalper. A scalper is somebody that trades short term, like me. Like I may be in pretty much a scalper may do it. He's gonna be a day trader. You're gonna trade within the same day. You're gonna open your position and you're gonna close it within the same day. But usually you're not looking for home runs. You're not looking for like big moves. You're looking to make money from short moves. That's really what it is. You're looking to be in a market for maybe a few minutes, maybe an hour, like, but usually the same day still consider a scalper, or a day trader. But yeah, that's what a swing trader is. Somebody that stays there for long. Any other question? This is the time for your questions. I'm gonna be out. Like I wanna answer your questions. Don't feel shy. You know, you're not the one on camera. It's me. You're the one that, like, I'm the one that if I make any mistakes or anything, you're watching me, right? So you guys can't make a mistake. All you could do is ask a question. I'm gonna answer it. Like, let them out right now. Let them out. And as you guys are doing that, I'm still looking at gold. There is it's not a demand. Yeah, it's not a demand yet, because this candle has to close, and he has 35 minutes. This is not a demand either, because, well, it's a low probability demand, so I'm not gonna highlight it. I'm only gonna look for high probability setups. On the 5-minute, nope, that's low probability. So we have to wait till the open. I'm hoping that the open takes gold out of this range, like inside of this. I don't want to trade this. I'll take demand setups up here or supply setups down here. So it will be below 33.65. I mean 67. 33.67.5. I'll take them below this. I'll take sales under this. What happened, puppy? And buys above about 33.89.1. That's what I'm looking to do there. I'll leave that there because it'll be a reminder not to take anything. Let's see. That's pretty much it. Any questions? I'm gonna be out. So I want to give you that opportunity. I'm doing Spanish, like live streams in Spanish, every Monday at 7 p.m. right now. I may add, I may add another date if they continue to grow, because my first one, I'm gonna show y'all this. My first stream in Spanish actually got more views than like in my English ones. So, and I'm not gonna abandon the English ones, right? But I'm just gonna show y'all this. Santana, once you know how to read graphs and know what everything means, can you do everything from options to forex and futures, or is everything different? Yes, you can. Like reading price action, reading the charts is the same, but you will have to learn the difference between the markets. When you're trading forex, for example, you're not trading contracts. In futures, you trade contracts, so you have to understand the terminology. You have to understand really the concepts. That's really it. But once you're trading, it's still all the same stuff. Like you still got, buyers and sellers. That's all it is in all of these markets. But definitely learn the nuances. Like I don't trade forex anymore, but I know how to trade it. If I have to, I know how to do it. But technically I trade forex and futures. I don't trade options because I don't like some of the terminology stuff. I think it's a little bit more complex. But not the charts. The charts is still all the same. I just don't like the markets themselves, those markets. But futures, I'm in love with futures. So I'm gonna show y'all the live real quick. We're not gonna watch it, I'm just showing y'all something here. And one thing about me, if you guys have realized, is that I'm transparent about things. Like, these are my live streams. Like, look at the English ones real quick. Like, they'll have like, let's say 38 views, 41, 31, 14, 6. And this is 6 because this one, the power went out when I was streaming. Literally, like, I was 9 minutes into the stream, power went out. But then I continued. So you could look at this as like one stream, these two. And real quick, before I showed you other Spanish ones, you gotta understand, this may look like small numbers, but the way I look at it is, this could be a classroom. Like, imagine a classroom with 41 people, with 31 people, with 14 people, with 6 people, with 27 people. That's still a lot. Like, when you're doing anything, don't be discouraged. Don't look at other people's numbers. Focus on yours and think about the impact. If you're trading and you have these small trades for now, just think about the impact of when they accumulate. The more you trade, the bigger those trades are gonna get. So the same thing with this. But look at the numbers in Spanish now that you see what the English ones have been doing. The Spanish one, this was only the first one, is this one, this pink one, pink and yellow. It did 55 views. Like, that, when you look at, relative to these other numbers, that was good. That was actually really good. And if they keep growing, let's just say that on Monday I do it and it goes to, again, 50 something or 100, and that happens again, I may have to add another day, because that's just letting me know that the demand is there. Supply and demand, right? Supply and demand. So I'm looking to continue this, but definitely for now, Mondays at 7. All right, let's look at oil. Oil hasn't come down. It's holding up here. It's just waiting. Is there any news right now? 9:45, yes. So I'm not trading until after 9:45, and then at 10 we have news again. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, this is bad, because this may be a no trade day for me, because at 11, and from journaling, I'm seeing that after 11 I'll lose more. So I may, well, it's weird, because I'll lose more on my Profit account, but I win more on my life account. Maybe I look at it on my life account after 11. But we got crude oil inventories today. So this is red folder news for oil. If you trade oil, crude oil inventory news, this is every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. unless there's a holiday. I noticed that, like, if there's a holiday, then it'll come out on Thursday. But every Wednesday at 10:30, look for this news. I wouldn't trade it, because yeah, it will affect your trade positively or negatively. But yeah, you guys are gonna find out if I take a trade on Discord. Santana, you said, what type of news keep you from trading for the day? None. No news. The only, I'll say this, maybe NFP news. They happen, I think it's once a month on a Friday. I don't know if it's the first. I think it's the first Friday of the month or the last. I think it's the first one. But I'll look, like, I'll check, and on Friday you'll say, actually this Friday, non-farm employment change. So yes, the first Friday of the month. You see, first Friday of the month. So this Friday I may or may not trade, because NFP will move the market. Like, but if I trade, it will be like, if I trade on Friday, it's gonna be before 8:30 or after 8:30. I don't trade NFP news. I don't trade any news. So what news keep me from trading? No news keep me from trading for the day. Maybe NFP, but they do keep me from trading at that time. I won't trade when you see red folder news. I don't trade at that time. Like, let's say here 8:45, I'm not trading at 8:45. I will trade at 8:50. 5 minutes after the news, I will trade. If my setup tap, if I get my entry, I will trade. So, for example, 8:15, I won't trade 8:15. I'm ready to trade at 8:20. I'm hoping that makes sense. And I don't trade right before that. Maybe 15 minutes before news, I won't trade, because I've noticed, like, this news, like, the market will hold up. Like, it will wait for news to drop to then continue. So the markets usually consolidate before news. I would say a good at least half an hour. Like, If you really want to be safe, I would like my last trade. I will place it half an hour before news. That would be my last trade. Anything after that, I won't place that trade. All right, oil still consolidating here. Gold is 933, so gold is dropping right now. Gold is dropping. This is the open. We got 2 minutes for that candle to stop. And if we look at gold, gold has been in a downtrend, right? It got caught in this range. It's still inside of the range. I don't like this range. So again, I'm not trading this range, but I do want to see what gold is doing. I'll just put that there so I don't trade it. But all right, this is Yo Javi. The world is yours. Okay, papi.